Yo, what is going on YouTube? So I'm back again with another Nerf review, and today I got the Nerf Ultra Focus in. Like I said, I was going to review it, and here it is. It comes in this pretty boring, frustration-free packaging thingy-majig. So yeah, it's not much to talk much about this box, and let's get it open and see what's included inside the package. So yeah, magic time. Alright, so what comes inside the package is the blaster itself, 10 Nerf Ultra Focus darts. These are way more accurate than the regular Ultra Dart. 10 round magazine, which is pretty much the Ultra Strike mag. The instruction itself, and the stock, which comes with a magazine port. So you can store your mag. So you can get extra mag, and pretty easy to take out, so that's good. So let's install the battery on the Ultra Focus. So flip it over, just like the Nerf Ultra Amp, because that's what this blaster is pretty much. So you unscrew this thing, this battery door, and then you take out your battery tray, and battery door, and you install 6 AA's, just like the Ultra Amps, because that's pretty much what this thing is. So let's install the batteries. Now the bottom row may be a little bit difficult to install more than the first row, and sometimes you get confused, so that's what I recommend you do. So you put this one in first. It's very difficult to get these batteries in because they're so freaking complicated, and sometimes I can't even get it in myself, just like I'm struggling right now. So there you go. So you got the first row in, and then it comes to the second row now. It's kind of like the Ultra 2, pretty much. So you push it in, push the batteries in, just like that. Sounds about the same as the Ultra Amp. And let's screw the battery tray back in. And then there you go. And with the batteries installed, the weight is pretty much the same as the, Ultra Amp. So magazine release is absolute trash in this thing. You have to push very hard to take this magazine out. So yeah, I think that would be a problem for tactical reloads, because you have to push really hard. Because usually, this magazine releases, has a heavy spring in it, but the mag that comes with it is pretty much the Ultra Strike mag. And with the stock on, because this thing has a stock attachment point, just like the Ultra Amp, and put that on, you now have a Ultra Focus. And it does have better darts, so Ultra Focus darts are way more accurate than the regular Ultra darts. So starting up at the front of the Ultra Focus, obviously it does not have a barrel attachment, so you cannot add barrels, because a normal Ultra dart will not fit through a normal barrel attachment, so that's obvious. But up top, you do have an integrated sight, just like the Ultra Amp, because that's what this thing pretty much is, a Ultra Amp. So yeah, but it's just repainted. The Ultra logo is red now, and it says Focus. So yeah, but magazine release, it's a little bit hard, so you gotta push it in pretty hard to get the mag out. So yeah, that's what I don't kind of like. But you do have an integrated grip, so I do like that a lot, and I do like that it comes with the stock. So it's pretty good. And this blaster does have a tactical rail, so only one on the top, so you can add another sight here with your integrated sight. The integrated sight is pretty much like a hollow clear plastic. There's no red dot protruding on the other side or anything like that, so I think it's alright, but whatever. But you do have some sling mounts on this blaster, so one here and one back here, so you can run this as a secondary if so choose, which I recommend the Focus more than the Amp. The Amp is more uncomfortable, but the magazine release on the Ultra Amp and the Ultra Focus are pretty terrible, because Ultra magazine releases are terrible. But I'm gonna get to the magazine now, and as you can see, I can barely take it out. I have to push my thumb pretty much all the way in there to get the magazine out. But the magazine is like a standard Ultra 10 round mag, and this thing is only compatible with Ultra Blaster, not any other Nerf blasters, just Ultra Blasters. And they do have some oil in there to lubricate it, so your magazine will feed more smoothly. But this is pretty much the Ultra Strike mag. So yeah, but this magazine release though, it's absolutely it's way too hard. You gotta, bro, like if you're in a firing test right now, like reloading this thing will be difficult. Like if I put in my magazine right now, I'll have to push it in pretty hard. You cannot do tactical reload with this thing, so because the magazine doesn't like gravity drop like many other Nerf blasters. So yeah, and up top you do have an access door, so you open that just like the Ultra Amp to clear any jams and malfunction. But this access door actually stays open, so it doesn't gravity drop down like the Ultra Amp does. And you can still wrap the blaster even with the access door open or with the magazine taken out of the blaster. And the stock does have a magazine port, so if you have more than one mag, you can store this right here. Just goes in, just like that. So you can store an extra mag and then take the mag out. Dang, it holds it pretty good in there. It's a tight fit. Wow, so that's a pretty tight fit. So yeah, the stock does come off, and it does have both little arrows on each side for you to take out the stock. So I think that's pretty cool. And the Ultra Focus does have the stock attachment point just like the Ultra Amp, because this is pretty much what it is. So without further ado, there's nothing much to talk about this blaster. It's pretty much an Ultra Amp, but you know, a little bit more upgraded and repainted. So yeah, let's get to a firing test and see how the Ultra Focus performs. And we're going to be using the Ultra Focus darts too. So yeah, let's get to the firing test. Alright guys, so now I'm at the firing test of the Nerf Ultra Focus. And I have the Nerf Ultra Focus darts in there right now. Or the Ultra calls it, or Nerf calls it, the Accu darts. And I do have another mag from the Ultra Strike. They're pretty much the same magazine. This one, the bottom lips is just black. This one's fully red. So yeah, without further ado, let's get to the firing test and see how the amp performs. Pretty much, probably just like an amp. Pretty much. But yeah, here we go. Trigger pull is smooth. Way more accurate with those Ultra Focus darts. Alright, let's get a new mag in. Fast firing. Alright, it has this annoying lock where you cannot fire even though with the magazine put in. And there's no darts. Prevents you from pulling the trigger. So yeah, overall, the grip on this thing, it's pretty uncomfortable, but the rev trigger is better than the Ultra 2. So overall firing test, yeah, it's not bad. Pretty much an amp. Alright guys, so yeah, as you guys can see, that was the firing test of the Nerf Ultra Focus. And overall, the firing test was not bad. I mean, I like it. Pretty much is a reskin of the Nerf Ultra Amp. So yeah, overall, it's an amp reskin. I can't say much about this blaster because, I mean, it's an amp reskin. I mean, you have a brand new stock. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's repainted and all that. So yeah, overall, firing test is not bad. The grip is very uncomfortable, just like the Nerf Ultra 2. Because Nerf Ultra grips are usually terrible. So, you know, it's a normal thing for Nerf right now. And the rev trigger is, yeah, it's more comfortable than the Ultra 2, but it's still pretty terrible. So, I'm going to have to zonk the grip and the rev trigger too. So, you know, because, you know, I usually zonk Ultra Blasters a lot anyways. And this magazine release is, dear God, on the next level terrible. Oh my goodness, that spring, I may need to open this blaster and change that magazine spring out. Magazine release spring, because that magazine release spring is, Jesus Christ, like, you don't need to make a magazine release that hard to push. Like, come on, Nerf. And the fact that it only comes with one mags, so if you lose one, I mean, just good luck to you, sis. You know what I mean? To take out the mag, it's pretty easy. So you just kind of pull it out sideways. You got to put it in sideways just like that. It's kind of difficult to get it in there, if I can even get it. There you go. Make sure it clicks in there. And it holds it pretty good. If you smack it, it will not fall down at all until you push it forward and get the mag out like that, which I think is pretty unique. So yeah, overall, the trigger, it does have a trigger lock, so you have a loaded unloaded magazine in, and there's no darts in it, you cannot pull the trigger. So it does have a trigger lock, so which I think is pretty annoying. And you can't pull the trigger, even though you can rev the blaster with the magazine taking out the blaster or the access door open, you can still rev it, but you can't pull the trigger without mag, or with a mag that's unloaded, inserted into the blaster. So I think that's pretty annoying. But yeah, overall, the Ultra Focus is an upgraded version of the amp, and I think it looks better than the amp anyways, because, you know, you have a stock and you have a high capacity mag, you have a better paint job. I don't really care for the gold, you know, I like this red one much better. And I like how both the amp and the Focus have an integrated grip and an integrated sight, so you won't have to worry about it falling off when you set the blaster down for storage or something like that. So I think that's pretty good. And overall, I mean, if they change this grip and this magazine release and this rev trigger, then this blaster would be perfect. I mean, the trigger pull is smooth, so just like the amp, so I have no complaints for it. I mean, like, I reviewed the amp like a year back, so the Ultra Focus is pretty much an upgraded version of it, and, you know, I have no problem with it, like, except for this annoying magazine release. I will have to zonk that, but yeah, overall, that's all about this video. And yeah, if you guys want or interested in purchasing the Focus for yourself, which if you don't have the amp, then I would recommend it. But if you already have the amp, no, not really, because it's pretty much a reskin or like a repaint, so there's really no point. So yeah, overall, that's all about my review and fire and test unboxing of the Nerf Ultra Focus. And yeah, that's all about my review of this thing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.